Well, good afternoon, guys. We have a small little issue with a wheelchair lift. We're going to go ahead and address it. It's got an oil leak, so let me go ahead and open this up and find out what is happening to this lift so I can go ahead and repair it. Alright, guys? Well, guys, let's go ahead and check this lift out. Real quick. Oil, so we know it's coming out of this tower. The other one seems to be somewhat, it's an old leak, but this is doing fine. It's the one on this side, and you guys can see that oil's right there, guys. I had already, well, guys, we found the leak. The leak is coming from the little pressure hose on this cylinder here. We're going to go ahead and we have to replace this hose. It actually goes towards the back, round, comes down, and then goes through this hole, goes under the plate over to where the motor housing is, and then it goes up and connects to the motor that's inside this box. So let me see how much footage I can get for you guys and how clear this work is going to be. But let me go ahead and address this issue, and well, we'll see what happens. Alright, let me get started. Well, guys, we're going to remove this cover here to expose the pump housing. And all we got to watch out for is, once you bring this up around, make sure you disconnect that little connector for the light, for this light here. Alright, then this here, this here's our pump housing. Let me go ahead and give you a better view real quick. Give me 1 second. This here's our pump housing. That's a motor right there. This is a mechanical jack. You can actually lower and lift this wheelchair lift by hand. It takes forever, guys. I wouldn't recommend it, but these are all the electrical connectors, basically. Motor. This is our pump housing, our servo on this side, and our reservoir little tank is down here. As you can see, this one hasn't been worked on in a while. It's a little cruddy, a little filthy, but heck, if you want to lower the lift, spin this. It's kind of like a jack, and you turn it counterclockwise. It'll drop the pistons down. You want to raise, you close this off, and basically you take your rod and you start pumping here. It'll actually lift up that lift. It'll pick it back up. On this one, guys, it is a hydraulic leak. So let me go through the outside and show you guys what this is. Well, now that the cover's removed, these are the two little hoses. Basically, these are your servos. This is the ones that got adjustment. This one is sealed off. Can't adjust this one. And basically, this is the fitting coming from the actual pump. It breaks off, tees off to left and right cylinder. Hoses go down, go under this plate here, and one of them comes up, feeds the cylinder. The other one continues to the bottom and feeds this cylinder here. So the one that's leaking is this one here. So let's go ahead and get to removing this, pulling the hose completely out, putting the new hose on there, and bleeding out the system so that the jack lifts both sides simultaneously and not all crooked. Well, guys, let me check this thing. Uh-oh. Guys, this hose is just a little loose. I'm gonna try and tighten it up a bit. That might be the issue. It was just loose. Oh. Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and replace that line. That line, oil's coming from that little nut back there. It's gliding through and then coming onto that nut, which makes you think that that little fitting is leaking, but it's not. It's actual hose that's dripping onto the elbow, and it comes down and collects here. So let me go ahead and get that hose out of the way and get it replaced. There's a 16mm wrench. A little. Well, guys, you gotta undo the hose from that little T that I showed you earlier, and voila, the hose is loose. There you go, guys. Hose is off. Let me go ahead and get that new one. Well, guys, new hose is here. Fittings are the same. So let's go ahead and get the sucker back on there. Well, guys, now that we have the hose fitted through the bottom of the flange. We go ahead and run the hose through the back. Yeah, but bring it around, pull the hose, give it some excess or a little bit more than what you need, straighten it out. And kind of thread it into that fitting on the cylinder with your hand. Just get it on the hand tight. Once you know that it's threaded in, take your wrench and tighten it up. That's tight, guys. So the other hose basically just get it on that little T-fitting. Get it to thread on there. Get it on there kind of finger tight, and then just take your wrench, finish it up. Hold on one second, guys. And yep, they're in a very tight spot, so I mean the hard part is not replacing the hoe or getting things tight, whatever. It's just that location that they're in makes it really hard. So on this one, guys, you got the hose back in place. Then go ahead and pick up. Down. You get that wood block that we had set on the bottom of it. So we can go ahead and cycle this lift, a few times, get all those air pockets out of that cylinder, and this one should be done. Well, guys, this is done. As you can see, I'm hitting the button, but the lift won't go up. It won't go up because this little seat belt has to be on under. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.